Hello, welcome back to JobClick. This is Chad Brown speaking. Wanted to do an a video on the employment objective. I know that feels like it's a different thing, type thing in that type of sense. Let's see here. That on our actual resume type thing is the employment objective type thing there. Financial research assistant leading to a management position in corporate finance. I want to talk about how to do that in our economy and all these new jobs or different types of jobs and going from full-time to part-time type thing, that type of sense, or in doing so with a lot more of interchange out there of information and trying to do towards a job hiring type thing. I said thing is an important aspect of your resume and really the first door of branding that you're leading with type thing. And to customize that with a more general response is pretty much not pitch perfect. So what I want to talk about today is doing so type thing with JobClick. And in JobClick I run a site that does that as our Facebook page, and in that type thing this is our homepage type thing on Welcome to JobClick here. And in that page we show or demonstrate our web design capability and also resume designing, and you can click on me type thing there and learn about our cards or our business type thing. That means I do a smart card in there with the quick reference code, and in those services type thing, that means that's our strengths. And in that type thing, we look at some branding of a resume in a different format than traditional, so to get a different perspective or understanding from it, rather than like the form that comes with an employment objective or a regular resume as far as bingo booking type thing, because more of the words of a type thing could quickly pile up. And so we look at that type thing in that type of sense, along with this traditional format type thing, for an improvement on a resume and a communication or branding of a resume. Okay, while I'm thinking about that, or while we're thinking about that, let's turn over to glasses right here, type thing in that type of sense. And getting a sense of branding, I'm going to have to pull back a little bit type thing for you to see those glasses. Those are the glasses that came from the branding of Warby Parker type thing in that type of means there. And in their production of coming type thing, they worked on a simple process that was their first resume or employment objective standpoint type thing. It was simple but yet detailed type thing, and that means. And so from that, good things await you, Warby Parker type thing in that type of sense. And in that means, that's its boxes. That's a box type thing in that type of sense. And from there type thing, that is the good things come in fives, and that's the starfish arms, high fives, 5-second rule, and vowels type thing, that type of thing. Our home try-on system type thing, and so you can try on 5 glasses, and it has a simple objective type thing to get you towards in that means of trying on the glasses and becoming a customer. And it's just that 1, 2, 3 easy type thing in that type of sense. Now from that type thing in that type of sense, I'm going to choose one of these type thing here, and I will probably follow within their interviewing the rest of the interview up with one of those glasses here. I think the ones that look the best on me type thing are the number 4s. So let me go ahead and switch there. And let's see here. Okay, so that's going to be great. And here we go here. Now let's look at some other branding, if possible, type thing. We're going to look at another branding type thing, which was Vistaprint. And it's a simple objective type thing of getting businesses started type there and working with them to get their branding in one direction type thing here. And that's the hat. And that's a shirt here with it. And that's the mouse pad type thing here. And with that, and let's see here, indexes that contribute to your knowledge of your resume, networking amongst the world with metrics. So JobClick indexes that contribute to your knowledge networking metrics at jobclickindex.com, right there. And they're helping me farm up my index, or in that type of sense, my branding of my company or ideal, much like a resume or an employment objective. And those are the calendars type thing from it, and they are magnets type thing here type thing, and that means, and you can place them on walls or things. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into JobClick format here, and we'll go back to looking at an objective. And let's go here. First time I've opened this. Alrighty then. Got some branding there, take things here. Get that going. Yeah, alright, yeah, JobClick index. And let's see, going to JobClick. Get my index here. My score is. Index. Cite that index or marks or better me. And now with this type thing, then we'll put on the shirt. Put on the hat already. Yes. And there we go. And let's go here. And let's go here. Alright, I can wear it too. Yeah. Alright, here. Alright. And I might make the magnets available type thing for the first 10 customers and that sign up to JobClick, and I will send them, and that type of thing, a magnet type thing, the calendar on it, and that means, and they can have that. Thanks for their support. So now, with that type thing, we're going to look at the objective. Alrighty here. Let's get a good spot here for what we're doing. Like there. And that's good. Alright. And got the hat on here. And from there, same thing here. Let's go. I'm going to switch my perspective around. I might have to wear my other glasses to double check on that. I hope not. Alright. So my hat doesn't cover that up. Now in there, these are our sources, JobClick website. Our sources, we talked about the website and the branding, and we're now going to talk about branding of employment objective. And this is from Consulting for Rookies. 3 keys to answer the Tell Me About Yourself interview question, and it has 447,000 views. A lot of information in there type thing of first impression, like an employment objective. And another site that does the same question was from RIT, Office of Cooperative Education and Career Services. There's the students, alumni, and employers, and that's their YouTube page video with 13,000 views. And in this video, they interview people at their career fair, about 7 company representatives, and ask them what they're looking for in a first impression resume of employment objective. And here, this is a handbook of technical writing from Charles T. Broussard, Gerald J. Allred, and Walter E. Olio. And from that, there's the information that we have for the employment objective of the financial research assistant from this person in their book, as it leads into a traditional one that starts with education rather than skills or workforce, of a functional one, your functional skills, or how you're, for the job function that you're applying for, the functions that you have or capabilities you have for that job that are listed first, more so than the education type thing like typing speed or software program, skills in that nature type thing that means. That's where it gets its name from, actually. And let me click here. There you go. And then from there, talked about the magnets. That's the calendar, and it does fit on the refrigerator door, just like that. And this is another one from AOL on jobs. That's Brian Ray and Cross Career Network. And also on the same site with a different name is monkeyc.com, resume writing for new graduates from Louise Kurzmark. And they talk about branding and also trying to come up with a simplified, singular but detailed viewpoint of yourself in your resume. Okay, those are the sources, or just a little bit of prep work type thing, that type of sense. So from that prep work type thing, we should be able to consider from the book of looking at resumes here how to come up with a good anchored resume objective. And a resume objective should talk about yourself, like an elevator pitch, like an introduction or an icebreaker, or it should also describe what you deliver from your pitch type thing. Like you introduce yourself, I'm Chad Brown, and I can do web design. And so you said your name, and you also said your function, what you're capable of, taking that type of sense. Your employment objective should do the same thing. Now, for most things in that type of scoring of it, if we could say like a skating score or American Idol score or something, we've got an anchor of job, location, industry capabilities, accomplishment and results, and personal brand and resume letter to that particular company type thing, in a way of talking to that company as if like, yes, I've sent out maybe a couple other resumes type thing, that type of sense, but this one for you is individualized. It's made personal to the demands that you were seeking, and then I can meet those needs of demands and that means. And that's very important, I think. That's what you're trying to prove within your objective. Now, in that objective, that objective said in that financial research assistant leading to a management position in corporate finance. So this is a really concentrated objective. It says that you want to be a manager type thing in yours. It shows initiative. It says it's in corporate finance, and it says the job. In that, there's really no location in it type thing, in that type of sense. Nor does this position is any location that can take the financial research assistant type thing. But there's no mention of where that would be, the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, the Midwest, or up north type thing. No one really knows type thing in that type of sense. Nor in that sense type thing does it say which company out of those areas that it was going to work for individually. So it's detailed type thing in that means of explaining itself as far as in the financial world or where they want to work type thing, or specifically what their capabilities were type thing to that area. Maybe they knew something specific about that financial law in that part of the country, or maybe it's universal, but it could have also been more geographical too type thing. And that would have been nice to know type thing within their objective. And that really wasn't brought to the table for knowing that individual. Now here, and that there's a position here, and we're going to try to do this here. This was a job that was listed through monster.com type thing, and in that it's a finance assistant position type thing, and their director of finance is going to be reported to in the finance department, and it's going to be a job that's at SMG Baltimore Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. Its industries is entertainment venues and theaters. It's a full-time, looking for 2+ to 5 years of experience with at least an associate degree. And there's a lot of bullet points type thing of what one should do. The site wasn't immediately listed through Monster because it came through Flipdog as a research assistant finance jobs. There's the first position, executive assistant to the finance department, and in RECA. And this one's the financial assistant SMG Baltimore Arena, which clicked on type thing and turned into this job summary. So the summary, the employment objective that we built for this summary has to meet the desired outcome or meet and greet of this summary that wanted to make that meet and greet with the employer, with the candidate, with the job seeking candidate. And so with that type thing, we're going to look at making a employment objective that makes the icebreaker for this job summary, and that was financial research assistant leading to a management position in corporate finance. And so that was a finance position. It is a corporate position type thing, and it's the feeling type thing that something this concentrated as this objective is a concentrated approach to that job type thing, or whatever the demands were in that job summary. And it's a financial research assistant. The job listing said financial assistant without research, but could be implied, leading to a management position. It is a management position that probably does more. And in that type of sense, it is in the world of finance, with a finance department report to with the director of finance. So in some bases, it covers those, but I think the layer of detail type thing can be somewhat improved. And now in that type thing, we want to bring those anchor points over type thing of who you are, and also do a delivery mechanism with that icebreaker. And so there's a financial assistant position. Your objective to become a financial assistant for the financial position, to gain employment in the financial assistant position in Baltimore, Maryland, and that's where that was mentioned. This job was mentioned in the Baltimore area type thing. There, right there is Baltimore, Maryland, 21201 is zip code. And preparing general ledger maintenance risk assessment, and that was one of the bullet points of what are their demands that they had within the resume, and performing audits. All again, even though this is covered by the finance one type thing, financial research in that type of sense, and those are probably duties that financial research people do. This is the needs or the bullet points that the job summary specifically requested. And you talk to them directly to say, like, yes, I have this experience doing the things that you demanded to be fulfilled, or were questioning for fulfillment. And so you want to get that into your employment objective in a customized sense for that particular company's needs or investigation or look or wishes. And so from that, preparing general ledger maintenance risk management and performing audits with 4 years. It said 2 plus to 5 years, taking that type of sense. You're letting them know that you have 4 years of experience within that. In Microsoft Excel, again, a software thing. You in a technology age, you might want to let them know if they set the software within their job summary, which they did, whatnot, that you can perform that type of software if you ever use that, like in your college campus or for some type of volunteer project or things of that manner type thing for like a church, and you balance their budget with Microsoft Excel or something of that nature. And go ahead and let them know that you did that type thing in an objective. It's a software that they want to know whether or not somebody could use, and you did that. And so now you're going to inform them of the capability that you have, which is the whole question of the employment objective, is what capabilities do you have for us so that we can hire you. In the Microsoft Excel and you went ahead and let them know that you had an associate degree or higher from Southern New Hampshire University, Bachelor of Economics degree, and which they have an econ program. My background is not in finance, but if they were asking for at least an associate's degree, and you let them know that you not only have an associate's degree, you actually have a bachelor's of economics degree from Southern New Hampshire University. So that's putting it on the map type thing for them in your icebreaker. And in that, it's going to be not for some other company, it's going to be for the director of finance at S&G Baltimore Arena. This is the delivery that you want to show that you're competent, and it's the competence of your capability is for their company, is for S&G Baltimore Arena, not anybody else, for them, their wishes, their demands, their fulfillment through you, right then and there. Now, in that, to gain employment as in the financial assistant position in Baltimore, Maryland, preparing general ledger, maintenance risk assessment, and performing audits with 4 years experience in Microsoft Excel from Southern New Hampshire University, Bachelor of Economics degree for the Director of Finance at the S&G Baltimore Arena. That is your employment objective. And that is also the job click index advantage. And from those types of things and stepping up, I would like to work with other people's resumes or other advice, and maybe in some other videos in future we'll get more discussion on a resume type thing and being part of applying that to more companies or to particular companies in general. If you have questions on that, you can just go to Job Click Index and see our services type thing. There's Ring Me right there on the page type thing. or just click by our store type thing, and or just visit us through Facebook and like us and just get to know us type thing. That means really appreciate the feedback, and that's the employment objective, and leading into a different type of advantage for yourself. Thanks again for listening to me. This has been Job Click Index, indexing your knowledge networking capabilities, and have a great one out there.